Welcome back to Maggie's Cottage. Well, welcome along for another part of our journey. One that's taken 13 years after we bought this home, and a lot of changes that we've made, a lot of remodeling, fixing, repairing on a 145-year-old home.
In this episode, we're going to tackle the parlor and do some updates to it. And with any old home, there's always surprises, and there was a big surprise.
Wait a minute, stop!
Yeah, so hopefully you'll take an opportunity to stay, to watch, and enjoy the video. And again, subscribe to our channel and leave comments. We love to hear from you.
Yes, check out some of our other videos about decorating and some more renovations on Maggie's Cottage and some of our adventures in the mountains that we have around here.
We enjoy sharing them with you. Anyway, thanks for coming along. We hope you enjoy.
So this was how the parlor looked when we bought the house. It had a drop ceiling that had to be removed, some repairs on the walls and the ceiling. We painted. It had these closets in there. We left them open because we weren't sure what we were going to do with the room.
Yeah, we talked about maybe even taking them out at one time.
We put some carpet in as just a temporary fix. The floor was 2 levels and we were using it for a bedroom for a while as we finished up the other rooms.
And then we decided, you know what, let's go ahead and get some closet doors and put on them. And we got those at Home Depot. They were relatively inexpensive and pretty easy to do.
You can see there's an outside door going into the parlor, so we thought, let's really use it for a parlor. Here's the carpet. You can see that the floor is 2 levels, which we did not like at all.
I mean, there was a reason that it was done by the previous owners to accommodate some pianos that they wanted to put on there. And they wanted something, you know, pretty sturdy to hold the pianos up.
So we started taking out the carpet as the first step, and then it was time to take this platform out. And we thought there was just wood floor or subfloor under here.
Lots of nails. It wasn't an easy job, so I decided I'm going to have to just cut it up in pieces and just start tearing it apart using a crowbar. Yeah, trying to pull all the nails out just was not going to happen. There were a lot of nails, a lot of very long nails in there. So, but I gave it the college try to see if I could maybe just remove the nails, then maybe just, you know, take it apart, you know, piece by piece.
We thought it was just a big platform for their piano. So we thought we can get this up, there'll be floor underneath, we can do the flooring we want. Lots of nails.
Yeah, it was a little bit dangerous for a while there, pulling those nails out, but then the crowbar came, and so I cut it in a piece and started to try to pry it up.
What the heck? Wait a minute, stop! Oh my gosh. Okay.
So here was the final piece, and you know, the third one, that piece took the longest. It was, I guess it was because it was nestled up inside a couple of different walls and had been nailed into the wall.
And as you could see, our surprise was this big hole in the floor. It was right down to the dirt. It looked like they had probably cut some of the supports as well. We believe it was probably to put the furnace in, which was an addition to the home because it didn't have one originally. So you can see there was a foundation there. And then you could see where a log had been cut. So it was quite a surprise. And we looked for treasures, but could not find any.
Dang it, nobody hid any money under there.
This is Brian trying to figure out, now what do I do?
I mean, once you get into a project like this and you start tearing it apart, you're kind of in to the end, right? So now it's time to just kind of figure out, okay, how do we get through this?
The floor was one level, so.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great. It was so nice to be able to walk in there and just have one level floor, and covered it up for temporary until we could figure out what to do.
Yeah, I was kind of creeped out at night. I'm like, please cover that up while we sleep.
Okay, so I got some lumber and basically made some supports under there. I got some 4x4s and I supported the subfloor on the other side of it. And so we kind of got it to where it was, pretty sturdy. And then I got some, OSB and tried to bring it up to the level of the rest of the floor, and actually that went pretty smooth.
So it was looking pretty good at this point. We were pretty happy that we were able to repair it and have a floor.
Yeah, it felt like there was a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
I think I can do this. So, here's a little video.
So it's getting prepared for the new flooring now.
Yeah, but before the new flooring, there was another twist, and that is Laura thought, hey, why don't we put shiplap?
This is an old home. It was a farmhouse at one point, so I love shiplap. Let's put some in. But just one wall. So here's his starting point. Had to make sure it was level because, of course, in these old homes, most everything is not level.
Yeah, I was surprised though. It actually wasn't too bad. It was really rather easy to put up. And I'll tell you what, if anybody watching this video is looking to do anything with shiplap, I'm going to tell you, not only is it inexpensive, by the way, we get this at
Home Depot.
Home Depot, yeah. It's $5.72 for an 8-foot sheet of this stuff. It's thick, it's MDF, it's easy to work with, it's sturdy, it's primed, painted already. So it's an easy fix. And the tools that you need to do this, I mean, I just needed a chop saw and then that jigsaw, to cut out around for outlets and light switches and things like that. But yeah, it's really, really easy stuff to work with.
It's nice that it's primed also. It makes it a lot easier for painting after. You can paint it before, but we like to just paint it after. So he decided to do it all without seams except that one little spot.
Yeah, which, honestly, after we got that done, the seam, just caulk it and it's fine. And then I've got my little Dremel saw here that I use for, trimming out, under baseboards or whatever else that I need to do. That's really handy. And you can tell it's from Harbor Freight.
So then was painting, and it was really easy to paint, and because it is primed, it's not a big deal to be able to get into the little cracks and crevices. It really helps a lot. Yeah,
and we use a foam roller for smooth surfaces, so it goes on and it keeps it nice and smooth, and so yeah, shiplap is really easy, inexpensive, and man, it's a real wow factor. So I also painted the closet wall where the closets were white as well, so that just kind of helped continue the shiplap with the white walls, and we left the rest of the walls yellow, did some touch up. This is the floor that we did Pergo Outlast, and I love this floor. This was in stock flooring at Home Depot, and we went to one Home Depot, they didn't have it, and we weren't going to settle, so we found it in another place, had to drive a little bit further, but we were able to get it. So I used that Dremel saw to cut underneath the door casings, right, so that the wood would be able to fit underneath it. Makes it really easy to be able to get a good, nice, snug fit with the wood flooring. I'm not a professional floor layer installer, but I've done enough of it. Tell you what, my two boys are way better than I am at it. So one thing you need to do is when you're laying your floor, you need to lay out all the pieces because they're different colors, different textures, and things like that. And you want to make sure that you're putting, not like pieces together, that are the same. Yeah. Right? You want to have some variety. Yeah, you can see the different colors here. So just kind of lay out your pieces so you know what you have. You'll have more of one color than another color. The nice thing about this floor is all of the planks were the same size. There are some floors that have different size planks, which is kind of a cool look, but it's a little tough, because sometimes you end up with an odd number of small planks and big planks and whatever. I don't know. Just for me, it's easier to just have them all the same size.
Really beautiful flooring. Do you remember what the color was? Autumn something?
Autumn mahogany.
No,
wood,
I think
no.
it was like autumn oak or something
Oak
like
walnut, oak something.
that. But it was beautiful. I loved the variety, and it was very rustic looking, which, this is a farmhouse cottage, and, we wanted rustic.
By the way, it went in pretty easy. I just lined up the end seam, tapped it in flush, and then basically tapped it in lengthwise, into the next board. And I tell you what, it worked good. You watch reviews, you look at reviews, and people complain about this and that, and sometimes you can get taken away from doing something because of that. But honestly, I was really pleased with the way that this floor went together.
We're getting towards the end here, so I made sure that we checked all the pieces to make sure we could put, different pieces together, so we didn't have a bunch of the same pieces together right at the end, and it is beautiful.
It really is, and this floor's got a texture to it too, so when you walk on it, it feels like hand scraped.
Yeah, it feels like real wood.
Yeah, and it feels really good on the feet, and I don't know, I was just very happy with it.
So there you can see the wall and the closet wall, both white, and the rest of the walls are yellow. Love the door and the window. This room is actually adobe originally, so the walls are really thick.
Which makes it nice because it really keeps it cool in the
Yeah.
house.
You can see there's still a step up going from this room into the living room because these rooms were built at different times on this house, so I don't know.
But it's real easy, and I didn't need to paint it red.
Yeah, it's better to have the step up there than have it in the middle of the room, which it was originally.
But it now has made this room way more functional, allowing us to, put furniture in different places, to, be able to move things around. Much more functional.
So here it is with the furniture and decorated. My favorite part, put in some accent chairs, and you can see that shelf on the wall. I think I have another picture of it that we made. This table that I got at a thrift store and painted. So we can use it as a sitting room, as a dining room. Here's the shelf that we made out of a headboard and footboard. We have a little video about that if you'd like to see it. An antique bed, just love how it turned out. This is a Murphy bed, so we can also use this room for sleeping if we need to. Just a little bench to sit on. It's just a nice, cozy, bright little room.
It is. Multifunctional. I mean, lot. I've done, through the pandemic, I've used that table for work. We've had grandkids use it for coloring and other things. We haven't eaten at it yet, though.
Nope, not yet. Painted up some of my chairs to go with it, put some new fabric on them. Put a mirror up on the wall. There's the mirror. Put a little wreath that I had made up. Just some simple accents, some antique pieces up above the closet.
From family members.
Yep. Love to incorporate antiques that we have from our family.
Mm-hmm.
But it's beautiful. I love it. It's so much better than what it is. So try these things yourself.
Yeah, and please, subscribe to our channel. There's lots of other videos, adventures, things that we've done to the home. We hope you enjoy it, and thanks for coming along for the ride. Thank you.